Good morning to ladies and gentlemen here, and welcome to the annual CloudStack India User Group. I'll just take a few moments to talk about myself and say I'm a long-time contributor, PMC member, and committer of the project, been around for nearly 10 years now. I would like to kick us off by thanking everyone, right, who have come so far to attend the annual CloudStack India User Group. Especially thank you to Yotta for hosting us in their facility here. Shea Blue and Linbit who are sponsoring the event. Just a bit of word about our relationship with Yotta. So Yotta and Shea Blue have been working together for quite some time now. Yotta have also has been like the biggest supporter in India on the Apache CloudStack project. They have not only sponsored last year's CloudStack collaboration conference, they've also invited this year at their facility to hold the CloudStack meetup, and they're also arranging a DC tour for us in the afternoon. Linbit is a software-defined storage company who has an integration in CloudStack. So thank you for Linbit for sponsoring the event as well. May I also take the opportunity to thank all the speakers, all the organizers. I'll probably miss out somebody's names I'm not gonna name, but you know who we are. So thank you very much for organizing this event. It's been going on for weeks and months now. And also all of you who have come so far to attend this meetup today. I just want to quickly illustrate the aims for this group. Yeah? Why does CloudStack India User Group exist? So the aim is to foster collaboration around the open source Apache CloudStack project and related technologies, right? Hypervisors, products, tools, utilities, platforms around this. The purpose of this meetup is to also enable people to exchange their views and opinions, create a platform for people to come together, network, and also for people to learn about what's the latest and the greatest from the Apache CloudStack community, learn about some case studies, user stories, to share people's problems and ideas in such sort of events. And we have been conducting these sort of meetings across destinations in India. We started in Bangalore, we've done one in Hyderabad last year, and today here we are in Yotta's D1 data center in Greater Noida. The CloudStack India User Group is just part of many of these events that happen across the globe, right? People have heard of the CloudStack Collaboration Conference, which is probably the biggest, the main event as far as the Apache CloudStack project is concerned. Apart from that, we have many small user groups that are conducted across the world, especially the European user group that used to happen 4 times in a year, now it happens twice every year. These are some of the recent and upcoming events. So in the recent past, like last 1 year, we had the CloudStack Collaboration Conference in Madrid, where I got to meet Sunil, who's our next, first keynote speaker. But a lot of people have been, let's say, repeat attendees. So I'm happy to see many of you have attending this event as well. We recently had our CloudStack European User Group in Vienna, and of course, the next one is coming in London, and later this year, we'll have the CloudStack Collaboration Conference in Milan in Italy. And these are the hashtags. So throughout this event, unless you hear from us otherwise, within this room, you feel free to take some photographs, post your comments on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Reddit, or any other social media platforms. Just a note for reminder, because these events will be recorded and later being put on YouTube, just try to help us, do a good job with this meetup, right? So avoid picking phones. If you need to, please go outside of this room and let's help and let other people who have come so far have a good time. So who's using CloudStack, right? There are some of the companies you've seen in this slide are the users of CloudStack, right? In one way or another way, they acknowledge or they have contributed their name to the CloudStack website, that they are the organizers, they are the organizations and companies using Apache CloudStack. But that's not the complete list, because being an open source project, there are so many people who are using our software and we don't know who they are because how it is. But what we've done is we've taken, some time back, I created this map that there's a QR code you can scan and you can actually go to the map and zoom in, zoom out and see which country part are using CloudStack based on the download data, right? The packages download data. So CloudStack is everywhere. I mean, I would say world's largest e-commerce company, world's largest manufacturer of phones and gadgets, all are users of CloudStack, right? But they are not on this slide. because of one of many reasons. In fact, in India, people who have been involved in or been attending these conferences and meetups would know, um, there are some government entities and agencies using CloudStack. And 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I get to learn about this. For example, who here is not vaccinated or has not used COVID for getting vaccination? I suppose everyone has, right? Everyone used COVID platform back in the day. And it gives me great pleasure to share with you that the COVID platform and many of the UPI and related transactions, CSC services, ran on Apache Cloud Stack. How cool is that, right? So billion plus Indian citizens got vaccinated on COVID and are day-to-day using UPI and CSC services that all runs on CloudStack. A bit about the CloudStack community and history. So the project is actually more than 17 years old, right? It started in 2008 by a small startup called Cloud.com, which was later acquired by Citrix, and Citrix donated it Cloud.com, that's their Citrix Cloud platform, by renaming it to Apache Cloud Stack to the ASF in 2012. And in 2013, it became a top-level project. So top-level projects are, like the HTTP server, the Apache HTTP server, Hadoop, Cassandra, all of them are top-level projects. And I think 2016 is when Citrix kind of dropped away, right? They sold off their business to some other company. And since 2016 onwards, all of CloudStack development is community-led. So CloudStack now is a diverse user-driven community open source project, right? It has several active contributors, users, more than 140 committers, large number of PMC members and code contributors. And it's governed by the ASF, the Apache Software Foundation. These are some statistics to kind of prove my point why it's a super active community. So I think since 2016, you can see there's a fairly consistent contributions coming from a wide, diverse set of contributors, right? In fact, it's increasing if you see from 2016, 17, and now. And our dev and the users mailing list are also very, very active. These are some of the CloudStack releases in the last 1 year. You will see there are a lot of activity going on, which again is to prove my point that it's a super active community doing a lot of maintenance LTS releases. In fact, the next upcoming release is the 4.21 release, which we're targeting. I mean, Suresh, where is Suresh? Suresh here, our release manager here, right? So the release manager for 4.21, Suresh is here. You can bug him if you get chance to learn about what's coming, what are the new features coming in that release. And we're targeting sometimes in end of July, August for that release, which will be a regular release. And towards the end of this year, we are also targeting the 4.22 release, which will be an LTS release. These are some of the important features that we shipped in the last two releases. Now, I'm not gonna list out the names because you can read for yourself. But the marquee features in 4.19 were the VMware to KVM migration, right? Or KVM, anything which is KVM specific to CloudStack migration. We also introduced support for object storage and other features. And in CloudStack 4.20, which we saw earlier, which was released about a year ago, in the last 1 year, we got the ARM64 support. So CloudStack is multi-arc. Vinod is here. Where is Vinod? We have Ampere speaking about that, right? So not just x86, somebody else. Some other architectures are also supported in CloudStack now. We have the NAS backup and recovery provider, some support for object storage, networking, and whatnot. That's just a recap. I suppose you'll be more interested to know what's coming up, right? What's coming next. So we have a large number of features coming in the next release next month. That's the 4.21 regular release. And out of the list of features, we'll have two features, two specific technical talks where speakers are going to talk about these features coming in the next release. The first one is the CloudStack Extensions Framework, which is a new meta framework which allows anybody to write their own extension to integrate anything in CloudStack. When I say anything, which can be a network switch, a hypervisor. In fact, as part of the framework, we're shipping support for Proxmox and Hyper-V. But and more on that will be in the talk after lunch today. And then we'll have a talk about GPU integration, right? Who here is excited about AI and GPU? Maybe learn about that, right? So we're gonna see what's happening in the GPU side of the world, what features are being integrated with CloudStack. And of course, there are a whole list of other features like flexible CKS cluster, better and improved tenant limits for backup and object storage, and so on and so forth. We have a busy agenda today. We are hoping to do 5 talks before lunch. So these are the 5 talks. And then after lunch, Naveen, Atishi, and others will help coordinate a DC tour for us, which will take about an hour. We'll do some photo ops if time permits, and around 3 o'clock, we'll finish off with 3 technical talks, right? So if everything goes by plan, fingers crossed, then by 5:30, we should be done today.